Not quite 6 in the morning. Just walking down some side alleys of Oriente Tambo. It's a little cloudy up there, and I believe that's where we're heading. Probably not directly up there. I know it's a steep climb, but hopefully not that steep. Well, we'll see when we get to the start of the trail. I guess the trail itself, or the road to the trail, is pretty interesting, so I'll turn back on the camera. I just turned down some side streets and wow, look at that. The sun is just starting to peak over there. Man, that makes a nice photo. This walkway is fantastic. It's paved, beautiful scenery, and then every little bit there's benches. As I say, even the walk to the starting point makes it worth it. I'm sure I'll be using these benches on the way back. Wow, even garbage. That's one thing I have not seen a lot of. I did stop and get some snacks in the market. Water, a thing of cookies and a bar of chocolate for 7 sol, $1.75. The hotel does include breakfast, but because I started so early, I had to miss breakfast. This is the start to the trail. Now I have to put you away so I can find where the trail is. And this bridge, cars go over. That's why they have the center lanes double planked. Buenos dias.
Yes.
There is a trail map. I'm going up to Inti Punku on the top right, and Punta Inca is where it basically starts. That's the bridge. No distances or nothing, but that's okay. You know, it's 5 miles up. So it starts off with a nice walk along the river, close to the river. Peru Rail making their first journey of the day. Peru Rail didn't get very far. Now I've only probably walked a half mile since I last showed you, but still, you'd expect it to get a little further. Man, this trail is so much better than I expected. To have benches to sit down on along the way, it's just amazing. It's a solid trail, you know, of course a little loose gravel and whatnot, but I would say close to perfect. It's right up there so far with the Rainbow Mountain. Give a shout out to the workers. They're actually cleaning all the windows. That's the Vista Dome, so that you get your full view. My first Incan ruin along the way. And now I'm making the assumption these are all Incan. One good thing about going with a guide, you get all the information. I guess that is the train station I came in on. I recognize the walkway and the line of cellars. Yeah, I guess it's just a quick walk into Ollantaytambo. But the reason I stopped is I wanted to show the rooms. Now I have a fantastic view of these from my bedroom, so it is an amazing place. And then tomorrow I plan on climbing up there and checking out those rooms. No idea how to get there, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. So yeah, that's the goal for tomorrow. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Ollantaytambo is worth visiting. If you're into hiking, it's definitely worth it. It is down at 9,000 feet, so a little lower than Cusco. Now, it's still, I haven't made a whole load of elevation gain, and I'm still sweating and puffing, so, but that's me. Any little elevation, and it definitely gets to me, so. But I'll persist and keep on going. But just wanted to show you those rooms. Just take a quick stop and show you some of the vegetation. Man, I could be in the Arizona desert. And I'm pretty sure in another 2 hours it will feel like that. We did a little bit of incline, so I had to take out my poles, and definitely feeling it. But it is nice then when you get a flat bit, so we'll take the rest while we can and keep on motoring. Coming up to some terraces. It's amazing, the whole of this part of Peru is covered in terraces. You might be able to see a few. You just drive around and all the way is up the mountains are terraces and terraces. Again, like straight in front. They're not cleared, but there must be 10 terraces just in this lower part here. And the Incans, they're an amazing civilization. Pathway leveled out a bit, so I said I'll put on the video and the walk. I do have a self-imposed deadline of getting up by 9 o'clock. That's 3 hours to get up, just over 5 miles, so should be doable, but we are starting at 9,000 feet in altitude and going up nearly 4,000 feet, so it's definitely a climb. And so far in the first mile or so, we haven't really done a whole lot of altitude, maybe 500 feet at most, so a long way to go. Man, it is a beautiful path, beautiful day. I'm gonna say this, and I feel safe walking around on my own. Even starting this morning, 5 o'clock or 5:30, walking around town, no problem. Last night, I went to the local area for dinner, away from the main square, and it might look different, you know, might look a little rougher, but I think that's all mentality. You know, people are great here, a lot of good people just going about their lives, and it's definitely feels very safe. So just put that out there. Yo quiero Peru. I love it. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Get my big head out of the way. Check out the river. That's nice. They even built a little shelter up here. I'm sure it's not for tourists, but if suddenly it's pouring rain, I'm sure it's a good place to hang, or if you need a break from the sun. But wow. I know I just said it. I love Peru. Even if you can't hike, even if you're just watching this and saying, yeah, that's nice, I'm not a hiker, I like watching it. Peru is not for me. That's not true. You can drive around and see all this amazing scenery. Like I was in Rainbow Mountain, and I said it's kind of reminds me the lower part of Ireland, you know, in the west of Ireland, driving through the Gap of Dunlaw. Now then you look up and you see these huge mountains here, which of course we don't have. I think our mountains max out at about 3,600 feet, just over 1,000 meters. So, but Peru is a place you can come and drive around and really appreciate the scenery. Now, you hike up a little bit and it's better, but don't let it stop you from coming if you're not able to hike. Now, the high altitude will affect everybody differently. The only advice I can say is take your time. Don't plan a lot for the first day. Don't plan a lot for the second day, and even the third day, just take it easy. Our perfect seat, place to stop and take a break if needed. You got your beautiful view. I'll leave the camera on for a bit. Again, the trail is close to perfect, you know, for a hiking trail. Some steep parts for sure. We're doing a little bit of climbing, but it's a steady pace. People do live around here, you know. There's that puppy barking and a shelter there. We have some cows up there. I believe this is an inking quarry. Some of the stones are definitely man-made. So that's pretty interesting. And then they get the stones from here, bring them about 3 miles down the mountain to Ole and Tamba. And look at those structures. I'm not sure arrows are that helpful when you have 2 paths and there's arrows going both ways. But I'm gonna assume we're going up high. So we'll take the high road. As I'm huffing and puffing going up this hill, I'm just gonna say something. I still have internet here. or cell service. I'm friggin' in the middle of nowhere and I still have internet service. Now, this is not a paid advertisement or anything, but I'm using Aerola and I have their global package. So it was actually the most gig you get for the best price. And I can use it up to a year for 20 gig. And no need to worry about different SIM cards in different countries. So I can use it back in the States, or I can use it in Ireland, or when I go to Bolivia. So it is pretty amazing. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I guess I just was looking and noticed I had 4G and decided to share that. Whew. Yeah, I'll put away the phone, pull out my poles, and push myself up the hill. I'll see you higher up. Definitely making solid gains in the incline. Like, check out how high we are. And check out that retaining wall there, or that terrace. Man, the quality of that work up so high. Amazing. I just show you the pathway. I am using this as an excuse to take a break. It's definitely a much steeper path, but still pretty doable. Definitely after getting pretty steep, plenty of steps. But take one at a time. Take it slow. You got this. I'm lucky the clouds are keeping it cool. Whoa. It's funny. It's a Monday, not even 8 o'clock in the morning, and my watch just buzzed to say I've met my weekly exercise goal. So I guess I need to expand that exercise goal a little bit. Oh wow, some relatively flat area. So that's pretty cool. Look at that. Another stone with a perfect sitting point and a view out of the whole area. But no rest for the wicked. Like I stop just for a couple of seconds. I don't need to sit and take long breaks. But if I did, another nice seat. Okay. More amazing seats. What spectacular views. Check out this pathway up here. Now, it's definitely tough, but it is such a great hike. Like, if you're young and fit, you should be able to do this no problem. Give you some good heavy breathing. Whew. Take a little break on the walk. Okay. And the path is pretty straightforward. You don't need any guidance. It's nice to have all trails just as a backup, but I haven't needed to use it. But I think I discovered the secret of the Incans. So they used big stones and wheels. So they had stone carts. That's how they moved these big blocks. It is just amazing to be walking with so much history. I'm not sure why, but I feel a connection with the Incans. Clearly a white Irish dude has no connection, but there's something, maybe it's just being in tune with nature. And Pachamama, the mountain gods. Oh, loving this. Loving Peru. Again, look how clearly the pathway is marked. And if the National Park Service did this, I'd be impressed. But yeah, we're 4 miles plus from town, well, over 12,000 feet, and yet the whole pathway is laid out like this. Okay, decision time. See, easy. Look how the pathway is marked. I'll tell you in a bit now if I made the right choice, but I'm pretty sure, I'm confident this is the way to go. More of the Incan quarry. Man, I love the little table that was built. Look at the size of that rock. About 15 feet long. A foot by maybe 18 inches. Wow. Get that down the mountain without breaking it. So my suggestion is break it, take it down, be a little easier. We're a little behind time, but that's okay. Spending a lot of time taking videos and resting, so. And the cloud cover is staying, so we have no rush. If you feel you're getting lost on the way up, I think there's a certain part where there's multiple paths and trails. In some ways, it's like all roads lead to Rome. So no matter what pathway you get, you'll eventually get up here. But just in case you have questions and you're worried, you'll see these 2 rocks. Aim for the big rocks that stick out, and you'll be doing good. So, yeah, I think it's just up and around. There's the path. Okay, not too bad. Just stepped over that rock pile. Then a little bit rocky, but clearly a path. And like, amazing job they do. And then back to the normal, comfortable path. Another seat if needed. 10 out of 10 for this trail. Loving it. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Not there yet. I say I have another hour to go. Probably another mile, but a lot of it is steep incline. Taking it slow. Definitely stopped and taken a lot of videos, so that really slowed me down a little, but also gave me the opportunity to rest. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera around, show you the views, and then finish my my breakfast, and off we go. Way in the background you'll see Oriente Tambo. So that's only about 4.5 miles from here. It doesn't look like we're that far up, but probably good 2,000 feet above that. Yeah, the clouds. I'm happy they're still here, because the reason I wanted to be up by 9 was I was thinking it'd be too hot, but the cloud cover is actually making it quite comfortable. Now I'm as white as you're going to get. I probably get burnt in a snowstorm, so I do have to be careful with the sun, but definitely this cloud is helping. So I think Pachamama, the mountain god, is looking out for me. Okay, catch up with you in a bit. Okay, it's zoomed in, but that's my first view of the sun gate. So, see the pathway goes around and then up. There are some Incan ruins. I might explore them on the way back. Oh, a bull. Hello, guy. Okay. Yeah. Normally not something I would do, walk across a field with a bull. He seems quite content. And I'm too tired to go any other way. So yeah, more Incan ruins. Still got a bit to go. Oh. And then without it being zoomed, you can see the gate up there. Whew. A bit of a workout for sure. The Incan ruins are well behind me. And again, I might sound like a broken record, but I love this trail. It's definitely the best trail I've been on in Peru. I've been working on my breathing exercises as we're up over 12,000 feet. So it's and I keep on doing that. So I'm actually doing a lot better than even if I was on a lower level. So anyway, it'll probably get way too annoying to be doing that on the camera. So I'm gonna put it away. I'll see you on top. And okay, we're just about there. Hopefully this sign doesn't say do not enter. Definitely struggling the last little bit. That's okay. I'll allow myself that. Puerto Del Sol, or Gate of the Sun. Wow. Forget the gate. Just these views make it worth it. Oh. Still a little fog. Wow. That's okay. It was the journey. Right at 10 o'clock, we arrive. So 4 hours to get up. I think if you're fit, you'll easily do it in 3. And if you're used to the climate or used to the altitude, if you're acclimatized. It's pretty foggy on this side. Okay. I'll give it about 15 minutes up here. See if anything changes. We made it! Woohoo! Just give a quick tour of the Sun Gate. See the construction. Okay, there are wooden beams. So this was rebuilt. I don't know much, but I know wood doesn't last that long. Well, that's okay. I appreciate the effort. Who knows what condition, if the Spaniards were up here, they like to tear things down. And also the locals for years took down monuments and built their houses with them. But they made an effort to put this back up. And again, you're not doing it to see the Sun Gate. It's the journey. It's the nature. And the views aren't half bad. All the ways along the Urumba River back to Ollantaytambo. Pretty cool. The gods are looking down on me and blessing me. So I'll zoom in a bit. Pachamama. So this is the view from the other side. Beautiful valley. So thank you in Incan or Quechua is Sul Paiki. So Sul Paiki Pachamama for clearing the clouds to give me a view. It's amazing. You just wait a few minutes. All the clouds, well, I won't say they're all gone, but it definitely clears up and you get a good view. We could not see any of that when I first came up. We could barely see this. And even all the route down to Ollantaytambo is pretty clear. Magnificent. We'll just have a quick look at the ruins before we head back down. Hola. Probably 600 years old, and just a place where farmers grazed their cattle. Man, first time I've seen some of the walls not holding up. Well, these people have a fire. Probably not a bad campground. Plenty of shade and covered from the wind, and looks like a pretty good place to pitch a tent. Wow. Pretty amazing. I'm pretty sure they built up this whole terrace as well, so it's not just these. It's this whole area. Yeah, I'll do a bit of research, see if I can put the name of these here and everything else. Still, nice little side trip on your hike up or down. Gonna go over to say goodbye to my buddy and head down. Senor Torres, Senor Toro. You don't care that much, do you? Yeah, your front legs are tied. Poor guy. And the trail is, again, pretty easy to pick up. I have heard Peru is having a lot of issues with forest fires. They're so dry. So, unfortunately, there's a bit of a fire starting over there. Hopefully they get it under control quickly. I just want to say I appreciate you all coming along. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a like. I definitely make an effort to show the trail, show the conditions. Anyway, if you do like this and if you like hiking, please subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on another video. Okay, take care from the Sun Gate. Overall, great trail. Definitely very hot coming down. So 4 hours going up, just over half an hour up there, and 2 hours coming down. But I definitely recommend it. It's if you are looking to get out and do a good hike, Puerto Del Sol is perfect. So.